it is that time again to talk a little CONCACAF Champions League action. The Montreal Impact are about to head into the biggest game in the history of the club, the second leg of their CONCACAF Champions League Semifinal with Alajuelense Tuesday night. You can watch on Fox Sports 2 at 10 p.m. or if you're in Canada, you can listen on TSN 690 or watch on TVA Sports. Currently, they are up 2-0 from the home leg, but the big question on everyone's mind is, can they stay ahead? Can they hold on? So far, it has been quite the ride for this team, making it further than probably what most people expected. And also, keep in mind that they're still juggling their regular MLS season as they go. They must be feeling the exhaustion by now, but it is a very exciting time. I mean, they could be the very first Canadian team to make it into the finals. So I say, excitement now, sleep later. Today we're going to be chatting with former Impact midfielder turned RDS color commentary Patrick Leduc. Right now he is currently in Costa Rica with the team, and we are all just going to live vicariously through him. Patrick, how's it going, buddy?
Hey, buenos dias. It's going very well here.
Okay, so Montreal trained in Mexico before the quarterfinal match with Pachuca, and it was very effective. How are they adapting to Costa Rica?
Well, they've only arrived here on Saturday, and they've trained for the first time yesterday. I guess they didn't want to get too anxious about the game by preparing. They got bye week in MLS, so they used that time to train at home and get everybody healthy, and they've moved down to Costa Rica, and they're getting ready for the game on Tuesday.
So the Impact are dealing with a few injuries, Justin Mapp and Cameron Porter to name a few of the horrific ones, but they had the weekend off, like you said, from MLS action. That extra bit of rest should help their chances. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I spoke to Billy Duca. He's one of the players that had to pull out of the last game. And I mean, he's anxious to actually play, and he's looked good in practice on the last few days in Montreal. So I expect him to maybe even start the game. So Duca's there. Andres Romero is another player who has been struggling with some injuries, and he should be back as well. The only case that we're uncertain about is Marco Donadel, who didn't take part in a lot of the sessions during the past week. So we'll have to see about him.
Right. What are the keys for the Impact to try and hold this lead? Can they just sit back and defend for the 90 minutes, or do you think they'll push for an away goal?
Well, they're all saying that they want to play to win,
yeah.
And obviously, you know, you need to applaud that. You want them to win the game so that they can qualify for the final. But obviously, when you have a 2-goal lead, it plays in your mind, and you might be more defensive than you'd be if you had a 1-goal lead. You'd be playing as if it's 0-0 still. So I think they'll play on the break, and hopefully, if they get to score 1, you know, it'll make it really hard for Alajuelense to overcome that deficit.
Well, these guys could be making Canadian history. As a Canadian, I'm obviously excited about that. Do you think that that is on their mind at all, and what do you think it would mean to Montreal?
Yes, I think it's on their mind. I feel enthusiasm in the players' answers, but I feel anxiety at the same time. You know, there's adrenaline, and hopefully it plays, it becomes a positive factor. The players know that this is one of probably the most important game in some of their careers. So they did well in Pachuca, so they could certainly do it here in Costa Rica.
I mean, they've already gotten this far. I think they've already surprised a lot of people with how far they've come, so they should be definitely proud of that. Do you think that they're more nervous or confident, excited?
It's a mix of both. I think a player like Laurent Simon from Belgium, he's not nervous. He's seen it all. He's handled that type of pressure before. Same goes for Nacho Piatti. But one good example is Donny Toya. Donny Toya had struggled for 10 minutes in Pachuca, but ever since, he's been one of the best defenders for the Impact in MLS, in Champions League, and he's an example that others can follow in the Impact. So, I mean, if Donny Toya can do it, so can the Impact.
Well, as a former Impact player, you've been in their shoes before. In fact, you've actually played in this exact same tournament. Is there any advice that you can offer these athletes that maybe you wish somebody said to you while you were playing?
I mean, it's just a game. There's so many distractions with the crowd and the noise and the feeling that they're closer than they normally are when you play even a Major League Soccer game. You know, I think things should go well for you.
Yeah. Thank you so much for chatting with us, Patrick. Wish the boys good luck for us. We'll all be watching.
Thank you. Hopefully we see each other in Montreal for the final.
I will definitely see you there. You guys can watch Montreal take on Alajuelense tomorrow night on Fox Sports 2 at 10 p.m. Or if you're in Canada, you can listen on TSN 690 or watch on TVA Sports. Show your support on Twitter and use the hashtag LDAVMTL and send Montreal some love. See you next time.